Hi, welcome to another episode of Atkins Diet in the Kitchen, and I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas to all my watchers. And today I want to celebrate one of the gifts that's given to Atkins followers, and that happens to be buffalo wings. And today's episode I'm going to be making buffalo wings in the kitchen, and I hope you enjoy. The first step to making any buffalo wings is having good wings. And that, of course, starts with fresh wings. So, I've already sliced up most of the wings, but you want to just hyperextend the joint of the wing, cut off the tail end of the wing, and then hyperextend it again, and slice down between the two wings. You should get a good cut just like that. We'll do it one more time. Hyperextend the joint, slice down between the two, fill your way in between these two joints, and slice right down through. It helps if you have a good wing or a good sharp knife, and additionally, one of the reasons I do not like to go with the frozen wings is because just like any other meat that's frozen, you get ice crystals and it takes the flavor away. So at this point, I am going to sanitize my cooking surfaces and work on that. Alright, now that my cooking surfaces are all washed down, today's episode, one of the recipes I'm going to make is rather unusual for a Buffalo Wild Wing recipe. One of the reasons is it features Diet Coke. And this Diet Coke, you want to make sure is not aspartame flavored. You could also have other Diet Colas that are Splenda flavored, but the reason you do not want aspartame is obviously because it's not heat stable. Go ahead and open up the can of Coke and pour it into your pot. Alright. After that, I need a cup of Frank's hot sauce. You could use other hot sauce or cayenne pepper sauce. To that, I add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. A tablespoon of a tablespoon of dried chopped onions. I'm doing this one by sight because it really doesn't matter too much. A teaspoon of black pepper, a half teaspoon of garlic powder. And here's the one that comes to your personal taste. The original recipe calls for a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. However, all my family seems to think it burns their mouth at a teaspoon, so I've typically knocked it down to either a 1/4 teaspoon or a 1/2 teaspoon. And finally, 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. At this point, leave it on a medium heat and you want to dump your wings in there to get it coated with the flavor. I also have my fryer heating up to 350 degrees. Now that the wings are totally covered with the sauce, I'm heating this up to 350 degrees, leaving the wings in the fryer, in the sauce for about 2 to 3 minutes, just to give them a good coating of the sauce and get the sauce flavor cooked onto them a little bit and start the cooking process on them. Once they're about 3 minutes out, I'll put them in here for 15 minutes. I'll catch back up with you when when the fryer's ready and the oil is hot and the wings are ready. Alright, welcome back. I have the wings have been in the sauce for about 3 to 5 minutes at this point. The oil is heated up to 350. I'm going to dish the wings out using a strainer. Try to get the excess fluid up because of course water and oil do not mix. Put about half the wing mixture in the fryer. I'm going to put the front wings down into oil. At this point, reduce the heat just a little bit. Alright, so that's a great recipe. However, if you don't want to go through all the work of having the oil simmer or the wings in the sauce and having them cook up halfway through, here's a simpler recipe. Simply take that Frank's hot sauce that I showed you before, take a half a cup of that, 3 tablespoons of butter, put a couple hits of hot sauce in the mixture, and then put 1 packet of either Splenda or 2 or 3 drops of liquid Splenda in the mixture, and you'll have the best wing sauce recipe short of this one. This one is absolutely the best one. That one's a close runner-up. And that one also enables you to bread your wings with either a Parmesan cheese flavoring or some Carb Quick or pork rinds, like my fried chicken recipe illustrated last time. So at this point, the wings are going to cook for about 10 more minutes. I'm going to set the timer, and when the timer goes off, we'll go and take a look at the wings, and they should be ready to go. I'll see you then. Alright, 10 minutes is up, and the wings, as you may be able to see, are floating in the oil. So you want to pull these up. My sauce, it hasn't quite condensed down to what I would like it to be. So I'm going to put the wings on a cooking sheet and put them in the oven while I put the other wings in the oil. Put the wings down for another 10 to 14 minutes, depending upon the heat of your oil. At this point, with the oil being cooled off slightly from the last wings, I'm going to put 14 minutes on the timer, kick the timer off, and the sauce will probably be ready in about 5 minutes. I'll show you the finished product after all through. I want to thank you for watching another episode of Atkins Diet in the Kitchen, and I hope you enjoyed the wings. Merry Christmas.